Hey guys, welcome back to the Small Time Critics. I am 1/3 of the Small Time Critics. My name's Kem.
Mohammed Hashi.
And we haven't got Mo with us, but we've got a special guest. Like, I'm talking about absolutely super duper special guest.
Super duper, you know?
Yeah, like that.
I like that.
So we've got Lowery in the building.
What are you saying?
Welcome.
Everything Lowery.
Welcome.
Everything Lowery on socials.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking about the Invincibles. But before we do that...
Invincible.
It's the Invincibles, man. That's why I'm not normally here. This is Mo.
Yeah, this is Mo does this.
It doesn't matter. I'm here today. Kids are allowed to play. All right, look, we're talking about the Invincible, directed by Jeff Allen. But before we do that, I want a brief introduction of Lowery and what he's doing in the game and why we're fans of him.
Yes.
And why we've got him on. So Lowery, could we get a little bit of introduction?
Well, I'll say, first of all, I'm a radio critic on Rinse FM.
Yep.
So I appear on a show called Big Screen, Little Screen with my boy SK Vibe Maker. He's a DJ, but he's also into films.
Yep.
Everything Lowery is started off as like a Instagram account and a Twitter account in which I was just posting reviews of films. I had the Cineworld card.
Yes.
Did you got?
Yeah, we've got that. Yeah.
We've got that.
Life-saving, bro. Like
Big time.
I know, not plug-in, but one of the best investments over the past couple of years.
100%.
Yeah, man. Like, cinema, come talk to us.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
And yeah, so just from then, just going to cinema twice, 3 times a week, as many times as I could. And then, yeah, it just kind of just grew into what it is now. And then I was seen, and radio got me on. And then, yeah, now it's more of like a YouTube channel, more entertainment news, with reviews. Yeah, so that's a brief.
The thing I love about your content, man, is the fact that, first of all, it's so polished. It's so well produced.
Thank you.
Are you doing it all yourself?
Yeah, it's all me.
That's
Swear.
wow.
Yeah, it's all me.
I respect that.
That's even more impressive now. You know what I mean?
Of course. Man.
Also, obviously, you're so knowledgeable, and also I was obviously doing my research, and you had a great anecdote about Will Smith, and seeing him. This was a while back.
Yeah.
About the Aladdin screening that you went to.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We follow your work, man.
Yeah.
That was Aladdin when he came. Yeah.
Because you're one of your favorite guys is Will Smith, right?
Yeah. That's where Lowery came from.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how was that experience? And then obviously, time is, time's a great equalizer, so to speak, kind of thing. And obviously, everything that's happened to Will Smith, has your opinions changed a lot with him and stuff like that, or do you still got a soft spot for him and stuff like that?
So I'll answer the first part about the Aladdin bit. So that for me was like one of the most surreal feelings.
Yes. Yeah.
And for me, Will Smith is a GOAT, and he still is a GOAT.
Yeah.
What he did with the slap, 100% should never have done that.
Yep.
If you do it, you do it behind stage, innit? Like, so there's no cameras.
Apparently, there was someone backstage shouting, "How can she slap?" But like, it's I'm just
I remember waking up thinking, what did he do?
Yeah.
But that for me doesn't take away from his
No,
legacy.
of course, the body of work.
Yeah. But actually seeing him in person, the way he commands the room is just insane.
Yeah. Everyone
Very
says
His
that.
presence,
Yeah.
how he speaks, and how he was able to shake everyone's hand, take pictures. Like, I'm not the only person I've seen online like that is Tom Cruise, who's that personable. But yeah, man, it was such a great feeling. Bad Boys is coming up.
Yes.
I'm putting it in the air, man. Like, I need to interview him. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I really, really hope that for you, man. And let's make that
And
happen.
you guys as well. Like, you guys,
Appreciate
I want to see all of us getting in there, man.
Exactly.
Love that. Again, we're new into this space, and we're trying to work. As you say, we've been on this for about a year and a bit now. And obviously we've been putting out content. Like, come help us. We want to be sitting next to the same table, in the same table as Lowery and Will Smith and all these other people.
Yeah, but I also want to say to the audience, do check out the
100%.
all your stuff on Rinse.
Yeah.
Rinse FM, because it's really great.
Socials, everything's going to be in the bio. So again, we need him. He doesn't need us, but we're gonna put it in there.
Don't say that.
Also the story of that when you were kind of telling that story was so great, because he literally gave all the background, how you traveling there. It was a really good story, man. Honestly.
Yeah, so, that was on my boy D Ryan's radio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
West Side. Yeah.
All right.
It was a while back. Yeah.
All right, let's jump in. Okay, Invincible. Who wants to go? Hash? Tell me. What do you think about Invincible? And the question, to sort of set it off, do you think that the pause, the break, was needed, was warranted, or did it ruin the hype?
Good question, man. For me, Kirkman's first series in regards to like when it first came onto Amazon, I really liked the first season. The first season was incredible. Honestly, the way it ended was outstanding. Now, with the first part of the second season, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And in regards to the break, to answer your question, it was a bit confounding to me as to why that happened. Why we didn't even get a kind of date for when it was going to come back, because we didn't even get a date for when it was going to come back. They didn't even let us know, kind of thing. And what that then does is it takes away all the momentum from the show. And when the second kind of part of the second season came up, first episode was okay. I actually enjoyed it, but then from then it just slowly just went down for me personally, and I didn't enjoy it as much. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame, man, because I think the critique of obviously superheroes that Invincible is, and kind of similar to The Boys, is really great for these kind of current times, because we're in an era of kind of entertainment where the superhero movie, as we all know, is kind of the Western from 60, 70 years ago kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? And we are coming towards the end of that, and to get kind of critiques on the superhero genre is great, and try and get more adult themed kind of superhero content is great. And for this season to kind of like go out with a whimper as it has is a bit disappointing, but I'm hoping that season 3 will be way better, because we've got a lot of good stuff coming for season 3.
I think that's a bit harsh, but
really? What do you
think? Hey, don't know. We've got a guest here, Larry. So, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Could we hear your opinion? Hopefully, it's not as bad as Hashi's.
I think I agree with the break. I was confused why they gave such a long break, especially it was 8 episodes in total.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do a break, do 14 episodes altogether. At least make it...
Yeah, make it worth it,
yeah. But I still enjoyed it overall.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the first part was definitely stronger. It was more hard-hitting. But then I think the second series was kind of building out other characters and fleshing them out. And if you read the comics, they're actually doing very well with trying to maintain comic fans, as well as gaining new fans, which I think The Boys has done very well with. Even now, they're not following the comics anymore, are they? The Boys?
No, not really. No,
they're just going off on their own. But I did enjoy Invincible. I thought I always recommend Invincible to anyone who's like, what do I want to watch next on Prime? Invincible, or all The Boys.
No, fair. This is a question that sort of it's. I don't know. I think personally, I love that sort of stuff. I love the Invincible, love all that sort of hard hitting and sort of dirty sort of cartoon, if you get what I mean, the blood and gory ones. But I think with Invincible, I think the issue with the break was the fact that it was such a honeymoon period when it kicked off, the second season. Yeah. Everybody was on board. And because they sort of took too long to come back, everybody was like, they sort of forgot about it. Some people didn't pick it back up, and it wasn't. We were in a state of we weren't compelled to pick it up anymore. It was entirely up to us. If the break hadn't been so long, we would have been like, okay, we know when it's coming back. Even if they gave us a date, an actual date, we'd be like, okay, we know when it's coming back. We're preparing ourselves for it. Some people would have watched the first half of season 2. Was it season 2 or season 3?
It's season 2 again,
Season 2. First half of season 2 again, to get themselves. We didn't have a date. And then to sort of kind of drop it on us and having a load of sort of conspiracy theories thinking that, it was like an Amazon, it was like a Prime Video's ploy to like trick to get people to sort of subscribe for longer, stuff like that. All that was online. I personally feel that it was still good enough. I think, because as I said, I'm a bit biased in regards to it. The second half of it was still good.
Okay.
It didn't hit the same heights. It didn't finish off like the first season did with all the craziness. But I think it finished off differently with a more sort of emotional sort of question than like a get back or bloody question that he needs to do something about, sort of what's his name? Omni-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
With this one, it's like he's now questioning himself. And it's more of a sort of emotional piece where you would associate it to like a mid part of a season.
Yeah, that's actually a great segue for Larry to kind of get into the story arc, kind of like the character arc of of Invincible and kind of where he's started in season 2 and as to kind of where he ended in season 2 kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think I agree with the emotional. What can I say? The emotion running through the whole of season 2. Like you saw season 1 in which. Can we do spoilers?
Yeah.
Like Omni-Man was the op.
Yeah.
And for me, I've never seen that. Not even just in a comic book, in a film or a TV show.
Yeah.
I've not seen it done like that before.
Yeah.
And he kind of didn't really deal with that in season 1. He was thrown into being a superhero and going to different dimensions and just trying to save the day. And when the pace slowed down in season 2, that's when the emotion, and he's got his girlfriend that he's trying to balance. And then on top of that, you've got who's the pink girl? What's her name?
Eve.
Eve. There's that underlying. Do they like each other? Do they not?
Kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think where he's at now, and I think the show does a very good job of showing him to be more than a superhero that we're used to, of just crashing down, smashing everything, beating everyone up. Because I think being a superhero, you have to have that emotional brain as well as having a hero brain, as well as trying to be human. He's an alien race as well. There's so much going on with him, and I think they handled that very well in the show.
Yes.
No, go on.
I think the fact that he's half human really does help to the kind of point you're making. He's trying to be the best version of himself and try and live his own life, try and like maintain a relationship, try and be a superhero, and it's just a real struggle for him. Plus, he has that kind of, for want of another expression, that evil in him as part of his kind of Viltrumite heritage, and that he can kind of snap and do like a really exactly. We saw that at the end kind of thing, and he's really, really kind of like he has like real guilt because of that kind of thing. And you saw like a shade of that in season 1, and I really wanted that to be explored a lot more in season 2. But I think what we've got in that regard is good, because I think that can really, really help us towards the start of season 3 and going forward. But I think the main issue is we've had like a lot of bad kind of like antagonists. Like Angstrom Levy wasn't the greatest, because he had a great start. I was thinking this guy's going to be a smart guy. Sterling K. Brown, this should be great. We barely didn't get any of him. Kind of thing.
I think again, going back to the break, I think that ruined this, like the Angstrom Levy's sort of the Angstrom Levy's sort of character, and understanding it's not a character one which it is menacing. He's conflicted, because in another world he's a good guy. In another life he's a good guy, and now he's trying to find himself he's seen himself in all the other sort of Marks and Invincibles, which they're the bad guys.
In every single universe apart from one.
And then now he's conflicted. He's like, okay, I'm the bad guy. Well, the realization that he's the bad guy, which sort of kind of breaks him and makes him do some crazy stuff. Because he, as I said, he wanted to end Invincible with his own hands, and he thought by putting him through these portals could sort of soften him up. On the flip side, you see Mark like literally breaking, and I think that is that's in conjunction with the whole, the Invincible sort of logo cracking every time this screen crack. And I've always thought that is some sort of indication of his psyche.
Yeah, that could be, because the season 1 it was going to red, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then at the end of this one, it's gone back to blue and yellow.
Yes.
So But that's a good.
It's just a weird one. So it's been out there. Like, this is a question again. This is a question that's been on TikTok, YouTube, and all this sort of stuff. Who would win out of 5 Omni-Man and Superman? I want to hear your opinion.
Before we do that, let's kind of get Mo's opinion on Invincible season 2 at large.
Sorry, lads.
It's okay.
I'm late. My bad. Problems with the train line. Larry, how you doing? You alright, bro?
Good to meet you, bro.
What's going on?
Good to meet you.
Am I in the shot though?
Yeah, you are.
You're sure.
I am. Yeah.
Yes,
Alright, cool. Invincible. Yeah, I thought Invincible was cool, man. I thought it was great. I thought the ending was a bit slightly underwhelming, but man, when they came back from their break, I thought it was kicking off. I thought, for me personally, it was a bit crazy. But yeah, I thought it was great. To your question about Omni-Man and Superman, I don't know, man. If you ain't got the kryptonite, you ain't being Superman, man.
Like
Bro, they ain't beating Superman, bro.
He's got lasers.
No, but
Lasers.
the thing about there's a massive debate that are Omni-Man and Homelander, but
Homelander will get smoked.
No, he'll get smoked.
He's a man child.
Yeah.
He'll get smoked.
But the thing is with Superman, like he has the power, like the speed is everything.
Yeah.
If he's blitzing, you're done. You don't have the chance to set up and like sort of prepare for someone like Superman.
Yeah.
But sort of jumping back on Invincible, in the second part of it, when he was fighting Levy, yeah. Mark was doing a lot of blitzing. And I'm thinking, because I tried to sort of read the comics to understand. The older you are as a Viltrumite, the stronger you are, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, I would suspect that being half human would make you a bit less powerful, right?
I think they were trying to like tell us that he's kind of holding back as well, isn't it?
Yeah, because he said, dude, that's the reason why he killed Angstrom Levy, because he's like, you said.
It was the name of the episode.
He went crazy.
He went Goku Super Saiyan level 2.
Yeah.
And then when he changes, he just loses control. He pummels him.
Just for Larry to ask, who do you think? Omni-Man, Superman?
I think I'm leaning with Superman.
Come on, man.
Say it, man.
Is there no question? No question.
There's no question.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know why I say that as well? Another thing is, unless there's kryptonite, I've never seen Superman bleed. These Viltrums, I've seen them get hurt.
They bleed
as well. Like even
Anissa.
Anissa. What's the guy's name? Seth Rogen's character.
Paul.
No, is it Paul?
With
Yeah.
the one
He's OP.
Yeah,
now he's
He's
bro, he's like, alright, this is nothing. Like this is nothing. I can do this.
He's wham.
But
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought it was funny. You know when Immortal kind of poked him in the eye.
yeah. No, Paul's no joke now. He's no joke.
Yeah.
But again, going back to sort of Mark, because with Superman, like he holds back everyone he fights, everything he does, he always holds back.
He has to,
yeah. And we're now seeing that Mark's been holding back, and that quote that you said you were strong enough.
Yeah, I thought you were stronger than that.
Yeah, I thought you were stronger than that. That I think that's profound, because I think that's going to come back and has some sort of real significance in moving forward. Because there is so much. I try not to read too much. I read to understand what the situation. But there's a guy called Frag.
The general, you mean?
Yeah.
Krieg, you mean? The one that was talking to Omni-Man.
I think
from
so.
the ship.
No, Thrag. He's like the strongest Viltrumite.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen a picture of you.
So
Yeah.
So when that comes, I think
Broly looking, right?
I think so.
You know what? You need to come on a Dragon Ball Z one, bro. Broly, bro. Yeah. He's wham. But I really feel that it's going to come back to sort of have a conversation of letting go and seeing how really strong he is, because he's been holding back for so long.
Didn't he also talk to his mum at the end, like about like I need to like find a way to control myself?
Yes.
Like my levels are this.
Yeah,
like
but he just generally to get better as well.
And stuff. So
The Purple Kid, he grows quick, right?
I thought by the end of the season,
I thought he was going to be big. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
He was still a kid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I even thought he would save Mark's mum by
Olivia. Yeah.
But they didn't do, which I'm kind of okay with. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
By the way, what's his name? The teleportal guy. I forgot his name.
Angstrom.
He deserved that, bro, because you can't touch man's mum like that.
No, you can't.
I felt no remorse for that.
None whatsoever.
None
whatsoever.
You know what big got me out of all of it, like punching out. But once he snapped the arm, and then he was holding the baby by the
Oh yes, I forgot. Yeah.
Bro, when he did that, I was like, he needs all the smoke now. Man.
Yeah.
All of it.
All of it, man. That's not.
He
nice,
was
man.
playing with him though.
Oh
man.
yeah. No, like the Spider-Man.
The
thingy.
reference.
That was cool.
And they even did a little
The Batman one.
Batman one.
I like that one more.
But
That was
apparently
cool.
that wasn't meant
was
to
Batman.
be. That's what the Invincible.
That was
creator
cool.
said.
Maybe for legal
Yes, that was
reasons,
cool.
but it's definitely Batman. So
Yeah.
you're and you call
Kind of
yourself-
lazy.
Yeah. That was brilliant. That was
That's
brilliant.
funny. Yeah.
Didn't the Spider-Man one also have like a Doc Ock?
Yes.
Yeah,
Doc Ock, yeah.
Prop Ock.
Yeah. And then I think someone reanimated it with Spider-Man.
Oh, did
Oh,
they?
really?
Twitter,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I think someone's put that online.
But for me, man, Sterling K. Brown's voice acting, I thought was top notch.
It's good, but we didn't get enough. That's the
we
issue.
didn't get enough. It's true, but I thought it was just for what he did. I thought it was.
They should have
really
played
well done.
around more with that multiverse storyline. That's one thing I thought they were gonna try and do more of.
Yeah.
I
Because
definitely think it was lazy.
it does feel like you're building him up to be this guy that's seen every universe with Mark in it, and then he's in like what, the last episode, last two episodes.
Yeah. It's almost like a Kang the Conqueror. Like,
don't get me.
Don't guss that.
what?
No, as in that film. My hype for seeing Jonathan Majors as Kang,
Bro,
was like,
I know. Mine was in the stratosphere as well, and then obviously
not condoning anything, but like minus besides.
No, it's more that Ant-Man was Quantumania was doo-doo.
It was bad. It was bad.
It's more that in it than anything else. So
I think it was such a disservice to Jonathan Majors, putting him in an Ant-Man. Like they could have done it.
They didn't set him up like a Thanos.
No,
yeah.
And again, I had an argument with a few people online about Josh Brolin being there was no one else in the world could have done Thanos like Josh Brolin. But obviously, is that after the fact or before the fact?
I'm not sure, because now whenever I see Josh Brolin acting,
you just hear
like
Thanos.
bro,
Yeah.
it's crazy, man.
Crazy, yeah.
But really quickly, I wanted to say, have you not talked about Rexplode yet?
No, not yet. No. Just,
Bro,
Let's get into it.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, like in terms of character development, and stuff, he might have been my favorite character this season.
Yeah.
Like everything that guy went through, and he got, oh my god, went it through the head. Oh, bro.
By the way, Jason Mantzoukas, the voice actor for him,
I love him, man.
He's a great comedic actor, and he's done so well with this. Because initially, when he was first cast, I was like, he's a bit too jokey for this. I'm not too sure if it will work. But he's just worked so well, man.
You seen him in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Of course.
He's so over the top in that. And it's so funny to me, but in this, like, I thought he did really well, man. And like him, like, even the line when he's like, I can't believe, like, I've messed up with all of these women, and I can't believe it took me getting shot in the head to realize that. I'm like, cool, bro. Yeah.
It's a great cast, the Invincible. Like, it's.
Do you not find?
No, go.
Do you not find like a lot of the new stuff, like whether it's film, animation, or whatever, the cast are just star-studded now? It's crazy.
To be fair, for it to be star-studded isn't the thing is good about it. It's the fact that you have great actors doing great voice work, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Again, great that the kind of creators of the show cast. I forgot the voice actor's name who does Optimus Prime. He's the older guy who's basically the person who's Viltrumite, but he's like posing as with a beard kind of thing.
So he's the guy who fixed up Paul.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Peter Cullen.
There you go, Peter Cullen.
I should know that because I'm a Transformers fan, but
There you go. We had a thing about Transformers, by the way. I don't want any more Transformers. Remember?
No, I'm kind of bring more.
I heard they did something about the anime. No?
They're doing Transformers
it's
1.
The first one since the 80s, like a film.
That's going to be. Is it Hemsworth?
Chris, that's the only thing I'm disappointed in. They've got Megatron and Optimus Prime. They're not the OG actors. No, because they're brothers, aren't they? They were boys before the whole. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I didn't know that. I thought there was always Decepticons and Autobots, and there was like always beefing in Megatron place.
Before we divert though, what do you lot think about like the little subplot with Kate and Immortal?
I was going to say that before we did that.
Yeah.
So I think that was one and two things: lazy, but someone like emotionally, I felt like Immortal deserve a bit of respite.
First of all, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I forgot the first 4 episodes. I didn't know they were together. I forgot.
No, they had a scene where
Rex tried it.
Where they were confronted, like Rex was confronted by the fact that they were together.
Really? Okay, cool.
Again, I think just generally the subplot wise, because we had the one with
Atom Eve.
Not Atom Eve, as well as what do you call it?
Monster Girl?
No, Cyril.
Cyril,
Cecil.
Oh yeah, when he finds out that he's
Cecil's guy. Donald, and he finds it. Again, we have that. We have also Mark's friend's boyfriend who is kind of going through some kind of PTSD. So we had loads of different
there was so
kind
much.
of and again, just there was too many. That was the issue. There's too many little side things that weren't really adding to the show.
I don't know. The Immortal thing is just, it didn't hit me, but the Kate, her explanation, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have thought about it. It makes so much sense.
It makes sense.
Let me just use all my copies to fight, and I'm just gonna chill here because
that's the bit I felt lazy, because it's like she could always be brought back.
Yeah.
Like, we're never going to be in a situation thinking, okay, she's dead.
Especially with a season where Rex got shot in the head and he still came back.
Yeah, because I thought that was it. I thought that was it for him. When that happened, and then he still, like, I had to sort of think and put logic in my head, thinking, how
would he survive?
Even the girl that shrinks, she survived, didn't it?
Yeah,
she's like in the
So
hospital.
who actually died?
Oh yeah, she was inside still.
She's
wasn't she?
Who actually died in that
I don't
situation?
think anyone.
Just the main villain guy.
This is the main villain there, the lizard guy.
I don't think anyone died this season.
Again, I think it's a tad lazy.
I hear you.
It's a tad lazy.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said in regards to sort of there was so much going on, it makes me sort of agree with Larry when he says 14 episodes would have made sense.
I need shows to go back to being like The Wire and Lost and being like 20 odd episodes.
Yeah.
You prefer that?
I'm fed up with these eight episodes. It's
Really?
because
I can't be mad at that.
you can't flesh out a story in 8 episodes.
You don't feel like the 20-something episode arcs have like a lot of fillers though?
They do, but then
you prefer that
like in Breaking Bad, there was a lot of filler episodes, but then it comes later on. You're like, oh my gosh, that fly episode was in season 3 and it came.
Yeah.
And I just think we're in a generation now where like it loses its appeal when you're binge watching stuff. Like if you look at X-Men, look what they're doing. I won't say, but I won't spoil. But if you, like, what's the last weekly release show? Even House of the Dragons, that was just like once a week. Succession,
Shogun.
Shogun's different.
No, listen.
The Bear.
So obviously,
I need to watch The Bear actually.
Larry, brother.
But you know what it is? There's so much stuff to consume.
It's a lot.
I don't get it. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put him out on Front Street. You as well. They haven't watched Drive.
Who?
These two haven't watched Drive.
but it's not the Bear. But anyway, look. What I was trying to say, I got caught. So I was in I was on a live on Thursday. So it was myself, Gaz from post credits scene, and a few other people within the industry, and we had a great discussion on Gaz from post credit scene podcast.
Yeah, shout out Gaz.
Big time.
Shout out Gaz, man.
We discussed all of this, and I was sitting in before I saw the last episode of the latest episode of Shogun, but I was in the conversation, but I hadn't seen it, and these guys are going. I'm talking about spoilers, but I'm in the live, so I couldn't jump out and jump back in. Thinking about it now, it just was so stupid. I'm literally on the seat in the corner doing this on the live because I didn't want to hear what they were saying, but I had to be bro. If you guys are ever bored, like on a Saturday or Thursday night, I swear Gaz does a live talking about movies, TVs. It's amazing. All these sort of stuff. If you ever want to log in on his TikTok, but it's crazy. So spoilers on Shogun, but
I try not to do spoilers, especially when you watch things like so far away from its release. It's like, crap, what can I say?
That's another thing about your content. You're so good, like your non-spoiler stuff. You talk about. He talks about the stuff. He talks about like the movies like in such a detail without giving anything away.
Yeah.
So you've really come away with a real good like measure of what the film is and whether or not you'll be able to enjoy it. So that again,
bro. Sorry to interrupt. I actually, it's actually quite hard to do that.
Yes, we struggled with it so much, man.
So no, I took my time out last time was recording to do it, and Mo made me feel a certain way. He made me feel like a bit icky about it. When I was doing a non-spoiler, and he was like, oh, and I was like, allow me, man, let me just get this non-spoiler out. I feel good about it, and I feel like a bit embarrassed. It's hard.
It's difficult, man. You gotta get used to it.
All right, cool, guys. To close out Invincible, like generally, what was your feelings?
I just want to say quickly, did you not speak about the relationship between him and Amber and all of that stuff? I thought it was a bit sad, you know.
But breaking up with his guy. But you had to though.
I know he did.
to.
But that scene when they're in the bedroom and she's talking about like after when Anissa grabbed her by the neck, and she's explaining like felt like iron on my neck. It's like I can't do this. I feel like a liar and this and that, and you know they really love each other and whatnot. I was like, this is kind of deep, man. I feel bad for her. Do you know what I mean? And him as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you, lot. I always thought from the first season that him and Adam Eve should or at least would be together at some point anyway.
Yeah.
But
they did tease that, and again,
it seems like they're going there, innit?
Yeah, and I think you're right. Like, it's almost like it needed to sort of end like this because it couldn't have ended no other way. Because if it ended any other way, Mark would have been a bad guy or doing something, and that could have sort of destroyed his character, how we like him as a character. Because he's so innocent in regards to sort of being a pure guy, and then with her, she's a loving girlfriend.
Yeah.
She just wants the best for him. It almost like the Spider-Man and Mary Jane with what's her name, Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one. It's almost like that sort of relationship. No one's really going to do anything bad to break it off. So it needed some sort of existential thing to kind of force it for them to break up.
Yeah.
But
I know you want to end quickly, but the live action Invincible has been
what?
Yes.
No way.
You guys don't know about this?
No.
yeah,
Oh.
but they're doing like fan castings and stuff.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
one, do you think it should turn into live action? And two, how do you think they are going to go about doing
So
it?
I think when I read some of the kind of the fan casting they're doing, obviously they want Stephen Yeun's kind of looking like.
I think they should just keep him as Invincible.
Yeah. I think he'll be great.
But they did say the guy from Gen V, the one that can transform into a girl. And,
Yeah.
So they want. I don't know his
It
name.
makes sense because he looks a lot like Mark. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think generally going into live action, it's very, very difficult to kind of translate a lot of the kind of like action set piece stuff into live action. That's the biggest issue for me. I think the acting wise wouldn't really be an issue. Kind of stuff in rooms completely fine, but the actual kind of set pieces, the flying, will be very, very difficult.
I've
some of the powers.
I've got a quick pushback to that.
Go on.
The boys.
But the
The boys are still limited though.
You can,
How?
you can
You
definitely do more with animation.
Yeah, you don't see Homelander flying everywhere around the city. It's like specific.
it costs so much to be able to film that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But do we need to see him fly?
No, bro, the end of season 1, I need to feel the same way I felt.
Yeah, if you
when
did a
I
fight
watched
between
that.
Omni-Man and Mark in the sky, getting punched in the rocks and stuff, like it,
It's too hard. Like
Yeah,
When
but I'm saying
because he took him to the core,
Yeah.
came back, avalanche, like he's come
no,
on, man.
but the boys has been so successful.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So I reckon we can do it, but obviously they may need a bit more, or like obviously a bigger budget.
In the moolah.
I mean, they've got Amazon, so they'll be fine with that.
Jeff in the corner say,
People are like, how much is that? Oh, yeah.
like that, man.
You don't think it's too soon though?
Yeah,
Like maybe wait a
I
bit
do think it's too soon.
to even announce it.
I think they're going to do like a multiverse thing. I think that they're going to do like a multiverse into the live action and just do it as a spin-off and just have fun with it.
Yes.
Oh, so like a continuation, but
Yeah.
into live action. Imagine that would be interesting.
An interesting fact, by the way, the live action was meant to be first. Then it was meant to be animation.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you find that all these superhero movies or TV series are just completely rinsing the multiverse?
Yeah.
That was a lot of people's complaint last year.
Yes.
When all of those Marvel movies and the TV shows of, not Marvel TV shows, but TV shows in general that had multiverse in it and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think in this one, because they did it very little with the Angstrom stuff, I was like, it's okay. I'm cool with it.
But I feel the sort of multiverse sort of situation and having to hop between dimensions and stuff, it's just a cheap way of bringing back characters.
Yep. No, I think with anything, any kind of story, if it's done well, people always forgive it. Like
Everything,
for example,
everywhere, all at once.
I was just about to mention
That's
that.
amazing.
So if you like successfully kind of like pull it off, then no one will ever complain. You know what I'm saying?
See that movie there?
Yeah, that's gold.
Crazy.
But again, my
Love
my only issue is there's nothing. There's no definite. There's no definite with a multi-universe story.
That's my
no one
issue
could
with time
die.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one
that's
could
my
die and stay dead. The only one was Black Widow.
She coming back, man. They're going to bring her back.
100%.
But I think with comic book films and shows, they're still comic books. And if you do read the issues, you have characters that
Always
got
come back.
Murked in
Yeah.
issue 1 coming
Yeah.
back. So I think I've had to change that mindset when watching a comic book movie now because we've been so used to Dark Knight, grounded, Civil War, Infinity War, that felt grounded, but there still has to be an element that this is still a comic book. This is still a roller coaster. Just have fun with it. Unless it's not. What's that last Thor film?
Oh no! We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. That
We don't want to get. We don't want to say him off.
garbage.
We don't want to say him off.
That's garbage.
All right, come
But
back.
Yeah. So anyone else got anything else?
That's everything for me.
yeah.
man.
Yeah. Okay. That was Invincible. That was
season 2.
Season 2, Invincible. Again, thank you very much, Larry, for being with us. Guess what? He's not leaving, so we're going to see him in the next episode. Again, it's from us, Small Time Critics. Peace.